Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been way too long, much longer than I had originally anticipated, but that's usually how things are with me. So before we jump into it and I get started talking, you can probably tell by the title that this series is going to be solo on small tribes. Now, I don't know how well this is going to go. I don't know how active small tribes is. I don't know if I'm going to get wiped instantly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find any raids or PvP or anything like that, but I want to give it a go. So I want to try and get a nice long-running series where I don't just randomly disappear, which honestly hasn't happened for quite some time. So hopefully this is the series to do it. So that's kind of the plan. I do plan on breaking up the episodes a little bit with some other games and stuff like that, just for my own sanity, so I'm not grinding out Ark all the time. So this episode is going to be a lot of talking, so stick around if you're interested in my life, where I've been, what I've been doing, why I disappeared, all that good stuff. Otherwise, yeah, tune in later on in the video or next episode, I don't know. Either way, first up, I want to mention that we are extremely close to 100k subscribers. I think at the time of this recording, we are less than 1k away, and more than 65% of you guys watching the video are not subscribed. So please, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, help me reach 100k subs. I'd really fucking appreciate it if you do. Next up, we're going to go on to where I've been. Who would have thought moving to another country was so goddamn difficult? So on October 7th, I went back to Australia to sort out my visa so that I can live in Japan with the wife. And honestly, went pretty smoothly, not gonna lie. I was only in Melbourne for about 10 days before the visa was approved, and I was on a plane back to Japan. So pretty speedy process, not too bad. Now, when I got back to Japan on the 18th of October, the MTS servers were having some serious issues. I believe it was a DDoS attack. They were really laggy, they were constantly crashing. And eventually they were taken down for about a week. So I was unable to play then or pretty much do anything. Now when the servers came back, they got fixed, the DDoS stopped, the servers were turned back on. Now unfortunately everyone's ORP was destroyed. You had to replace your ORP beacon or retype the command in the chat. Now neither me or my tribe mates were online at this point because the servers came up during EU time zones. And 3 of my tribe mates were Americans, so really unfortunate. Our base and a few other people's bases that I know became quite an easy raid because they didn't have ORP. And yeah, because of that, we got wiped on MTS. Nothing we could really do about that. We didn't end up rebuilding or anything like that. I haven't played MTS for about a week or two. I've just been busy getting my affairs in order in Japan, like converting my license, opening a bank account, joining the gym. We bought some new furniture for the apartment, we got a bed coming, stuff like that. And honestly, I've been kind of in a rut about what I want to upload. I was kind of hoping Genesis would have had an earlier release date, but what can you do? Apparently it's January 2020, so we're all just going to have to wait for that. So in the meantime, I've decided to jump on small tribes, and attempt to get some kind of long-running, slow series going that has a whole bunch of episodes, something for me to do. I also might join in some other people, some other YouTubers maybe, some other players, just on some raids to help break up the grindy PvE aspect of it that's inevitably going to happen because I'm a PvE farmer at heart. And also, as I said, I want to start mixing some other games on the channel. MTS did have plans to release a Minecraft server that I was honestly pretty hyped for, but that shit is taking ages. God knows when that's going to come out. But yeah, some of the other games I want to play, I was interested in the new COD game. It's $120 in Japan for some reason, but still would like to play it at some point. I was looking at Hunt Showdown. Honestly, looks pretty interesting. I never played it during the alpha, but the full release did happen like a couple weeks ago. It looks pretty fun. But yeah, feel free to suggest some other games in the comments. Who knows, I might check them out if I need something to do, something to record. And yeah, with that, that's pretty much all that's been happening. I think I've been talking for about 4 or 5 minutes. Nothing too exciting, as I said, just sorting out my life. But yeah, finally settled down in Japan with the wife, and I'm excited to get back into making some YouTube videos. Hopefully consistently, but you guys know how I am. I'm really fucking lazy. Hoping to change it, as I always say. So stay tuned for that, stick around, see what happens, and I appreciate everyone that's been asking on Discord, like DMs and just in the Discord chat in general, where the videos are. I appreciate the support. It helps motivate me knowing that people are out there that still want to watch the videos, even though I'm a lazy fucker. Either way, guys, I'm going to shut up. We're going to jump into the episode, and I think the first thing we're doing is kind of just looking for a base location. Alright, guys, so we're back. I got a little story before we get into the episode. So you may notice that I do have a bunch of stuff on me. I got a bunch of starter stuff here as well, as you can see. I was going around scouting for a base. I also have some stuff in my upload. I got this Giga, I got some turtles, gas bag, parasaur, a bunch of bullets, and some more flak, stuff like that. So yeah, that stuff there, guys, came from a naked who was sleeping on the beach. Just wanted to clear that up. It's definitely from a naked and not from this base that I found. So while I was scouting, I checked the most OP rat hole on the center. This is the one here. You do have to knock yourself out to get inside. I do want to say right now, it's confirmed by a dev that this base is considered in the mesh. If you do build there on official, you're going to get dev wiped instantly. So do not build there on official. Apparently, you also are not allowed to raid that base because that would be considered going into the mesh as well. So yeah, totally did not raid that base. Just happened to find all this stuff on a naked on the beach. All right, boys, so we're back. If I edited the footage properly, I put a little story before I showed where I'm up to now, just to kind of explain how I got all the stuff that I currently have. So yeah, we're back here now. You guys saw me kind of talking over the footage. You're getting this little starter base set up. I have no fucking idea where I want to live. I know quite a few rat holes on the center. Some of them are pretty fucking shady and definitely not allowed. Technically considered mesh holes. So I'm gonna have to narrow it down to which one I want to live in. Probably not a good idea to take all my stuff to a base spot in episode 1 anyway. I'll probably get wiped. So I'm just gonna upload all the good shit and then find out where I want to live. It's most likely going to be on the center, but it could be on Aberration. I have a pretty decent spot on Aberration too. So the first thing we're going to do today, guys, is tame ourselves up an RG. It's usually the first thing I do in all my series, and I know I can hear the fucking excitement from here. You guys are pumped for an RG tame. So we're going to get that done first. I've crafted up the trap here. I crafted up some trank arrows, so we're ready to go. And they're also pretty close to here, I think. They're on like the bridge to the snow just over here. Yeah, I mean, let's get to it. Let's fly over here. Let's hopefully find ourselves a decent level RG and get that thing tamed. Prefab the base, we'll upload it all, and that might be it for episode 1. Nice short one, just a lot of talking, and then I'll set up the base off camera and hopefully not get wiped instantly. That's kind of the plan. Alright, so I found myself a 145. It's right here, it's in the middle of the snow. I am slowly dying, but it's a 145 and it's right next to an alpha, so I can just kill the alpha to get prime. I hope I didn't place that gate too far apart. Yeah, so I fucked that up, guys, as I thought I did. Oh, there we go, we got it down. So, pretty easy. Are there any wolves around? It doesn't look like it. The stats, we may as well check them, but it doesn't really matter. There's the stats right there. So let's quickly whip up some spikes. We'll come back once this thing's tamed. I'm going to have to go kill that Alpha Kano with the Giga. There we go. So we spiked it off. It's actually still a 45-minute tame on Prime Meat, so it's going to be a while. Alright, we're back, boys. Luckily, the RG is still alive. It's been about 40 minutes. I'm pretty sure it's about ready to tame. I would also like to tame this Anki, not that one. This one is 145, I think. 135. But I don't actually have an RG saddle to carry it back to base. I could knock it out in the snow, but I can't really be bothered hanging around the snow. So what we're going to do now is, as I said, throw down the Giga, kill the bone thing, the Halloween Kano, whatever they are. Alright, let's kill this thing real quick. There we go, that's dead, and we got 86 prime meat. Perfect. Let's cry this thing back up, put it in our upload because we don't want to lose it. And we'll have a cryo for this one as well. That's why I didn't bring a saddle. We're just going to cryo him up, fly him back. Probably prefab some of the base, as I said. Might upload it for the night and then start looking for a base spot while I edit this video. There we go. RG's tamed up. Let's take a look at the stats. Did we get anything good? Doesn't look like it. There we go. The RG tame is done. Let's go ahead and get back to our little starter base. Alright guys, so I severely overestimated how much metal I actually had. I don't know why I did that. I only did one little tiny metal run with a pickaxe, and for some reason I thought I could prefab a base. That is not the case at all, so what I'm going to have to do right now is go and tame an Anki, just so we can speed up the metal process a bit, because doing it by hand is horrible. Pretty much just going to be farming metal for the rest of the night, I think. Don't really have the option to do anything else, and I'm also going to have to grind out level 100. Which means probably taming up a Megatherium, running the Swamp Cave for levels, because, yeah, there's no point putting a base down if I don't have heavy turrets. I could quite easily get someone to craft them for me, or even give them to me, probably, but where's the fun in that? So we're back at the little starter base, if you can even call it a starter base. I saved you guys the trouble of me having to go all the way to the snow, so let's knock this guy out, and we'll tame him up, and then we can finally start farming the metal. It's knocked out. There we go. It did fall down, but no big deal. I don't think it's going to die. It looks like it's still on a little bit of a ledge, at least. We'll quickly check it out. There are a fuckload of terror birds in the redwoods. It's on some kind of a cliff, so I think it's going to be fine. Alright, there we go guys, Anki is tamed. It woke up at level 166. The reason for that is when I logged back into the game, it was getting attacked by a Trudon. 242% damage, doesn't really matter. Anything is better than farming metal by hand. The episode's pretty much coming to an end, guys. I don't really have anything to do. I'm just gonna have to farm up a whole bunch of metal. Pretty much gonna be doing this for a couple hours, probably even longer, to prefab myself up a base. As for the series, guys, plans for the series, pretty much just to have fun, honestly. To have fun and upload consistently. So raids on small bases, PvP if I can manage it. Like, I want to get better at PvP. Just going out on foot, trying to kill people, maybe some rhinos and shit later on if we actually manage to get them. Obelisk camping, scouting with parasaurs for Prolovias and Reapers, like all that good stuff. That's kind of the plans. Hopefully we actually manage to make it to that stage without getting wiped. Yeah, as I mentioned, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hopefully this series lasts a long time. Again, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Help me get to 100k subs. Really appreciate it if you do.